Did you know that as of July 2019, there were still over 91,000 devices vulnerable to the Heartbleed attack? This catastrophic vulnerability, introduced in 2012, shook the world of cybersecurity when it was disclosed in 2014. In the complex labyrinth of the digital world, there lurked a monster. A monster that was not born overnight, but was carefully woven into the fabric of OpenSSL, an encryption technology used to create secure connections on the internet. This monster is none other than the notorious Heartbleed bug. This security bug was no accident. It was a flaw deliberately introduced into the OpenSSL cryptography library in 2012. But it remained hidden, silently feeding off the data, until its public disclosure in April 2014. The OpenSSL cryptography library, a tool designed to protect data, ironically became the weapon used to exploit it. Heartbleed wasn't just a bug, it was a catastrophic vulnerability. It was a buffer overread that allowed the reading of more data than intended. This led to the theft of private keys and user data from secure web servers. The bug was classified as a catastrophic vulnerability due to its potential to cause significant damage and its wide range of effect. And the impact was indeed widespread. Organizations around the globe were affected, including notable entities such as the Canada Revenue Agency and the UK parenting site Mumsnet. But what's more shocking is the number of devices that remained vulnerable even years after the bug's disclosure. As of July 2019, over 91,000 devices were still at risk, showing the lingering effects of this digital catastrophe. The Heartbleed attack was no ordinary security breach. It was a catastrophic vulnerability that affected organizations worldwide, including the Canada Revenue Agency and the UK parenting site Mumsnet. As we delve deeper into the story of Heartbleed, we will uncover the root cause, the impact, and the measures taken to combat this digital monster. So stay with us as we unravel the shocking reality of Heartbleed. But what exactly caused the Heartbleed attack, and how did it impact organizations? The answer lies in the implementation of the TLS Heartbeat extension. The Heartbleed bug originated from a seemingly harmless place, the OpenSSL cryptography library. It's a fundamental tool used widely for secure communication. The bug was introduced in 2012 but only publicly disclosed 2 years later in April 2014. The culprit was improper input validation in the implementation of the TLS Heartbeat extension. This extension is used to keep connections open, even during periods of inactivity. However, due to a coding error, it allowed attackers to extract more data than intended, turning a heartbeat into a heartbleed. This bug was a buffer overread, which means it allowed the reading of more data than should have been possible. This led to the exploitation of vulnerable OpenSSL instances, regardless of whether they were running as a server or client. The impact was immense. The bug led to the theft of private keys and user data from secure web servers. Private keys are like the master keys to your online house, giving the holder access to all your secure communications. User data, on the other hand, could include anything from passwords and credit card numbers to sensitive personal information. Organizations like the Canada Revenue Agency and UK parenting site Mumsnet were among those affected. This disruption was not just a technical glitch, it had real-world consequences. Imagine the panic of discovering that your personal or financial information may have been stolen, or the chaos caused in organizations as they scrambled to fix the vulnerability and deal with the fallout. The Heartbleed bug caused a massive disruption in the operations of affected organizations, leading to the theft of private keys and user data. It was a wake-up call for the cybersecurity world. The Heartbleed attack was not only disruptive, but also costly for the affected organizations. The financial toll was significant, and the spending to rectify the situation was extensive. Let's delve into the specifics. Two of the organizations that bore the brunt of the Heartbleed attack were the Canada Revenue Agency and the UK parenting site Mumsnet. Both experienced substantial direct costs as a result of the security breach. But what did these costs entail? For starters, there were immediate system updates and security measures that needed to be implemented. These included patching the vulnerable OpenSSL instances, updating servers, and strengthening security protocols. This process required significant manpower and resources, resulting in hefty bills for both organizations. Then, there were the costs associated with the theft of private keys and user data. The Canada Revenue Agency had to deal with the fallout of stolen social insurance numbers, which led to fraudulent tax claims. This not only resulted in direct financial losses, but also necessitated the deployment of additional resources to investigate and rectify the fraudulent activities. Over at Mumsnet, user data was compromised, leading to a loss of trust among its user base. The cost of regaining this trust involved extensive communication campaigns, enhanced security measures, and potentially compensations for affected users. Moreover, both organizations had to invest in extensive audits and risk assessments post-attack to understand the extent of the damage and to ensure such a breach wouldn't occur again. This was another major expense, but a necessary one, considering the magnitude of the attack. The cost of the Heartbleed attack was not only financial, but also reputational. The breach exposed vulnerabilities in the cybersecurity measures of these organizations, leading to a loss of trust among their stakeholders. And as we all know, trust once lost is hard to regain and often more costly than any financial loss. This incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of robust cybersecurity measures in today's digital world. It emphasized that the cost of prevention is often far less than the cost of a breach, both financially and reputationally. Who would orchestrate such a devastating attack, and why? An intriguing question indeed. The Heartbleed bug, a catastrophic vulnerability, was not necessarily the work of a single malicious entity. Instead, it was an unfortunate consequence of a flaw in the OpenSSL cryptography library, a fundamental protocol used for secure communication on the internet. The bug was discovered independently by two groups, Google and Codenomicon, who were not the perpetrators but the whistleblowers. They revealed the existence of the bug to the public in April 2014, catalyzing a scramble to patch vulnerable systems worldwide. The actual perpetrators, those who exploited this bug for malicious purposes, remain largely anonymous. They could range from lone wolf hackers to organized cyber criminal groups, or even state-sponsored entities, given the widespread and high-value nature of the potential targets. So what might have been their motives? In the realm of cybercrime, motives often revolve around financial gain, power, or simply the thrill of causing widespread disruption. The Heartbleed bug allowed for the theft of private keys and user data from secure web servers, offering a treasure trove of information that could be exploited for identity theft, financial fraud, or even espionage. The perpetrators exploited a specific vulnerability in the OpenSSL's implementation of the TLS heartbeat extension. This vulnerability was a buffer overread, which allowed the reading of more data than intended. By sending malicious heartbeat requests, the attackers could trick a server into spilling its secrets, including sensitive user data and encryption keys. The Heartbleed attack was a stark reminder of the lengths some individuals or groups will go to exploit vulnerabilities for their own gain. It underscores the importance of vigilance, swift action, and robust security measures in the realm of cybersecurity. After all, in this interconnected digital age, the stakes have never been higher. How did the affected organizations fight back against Heartbleed? And what can we do to prevent such attacks in the future? This question brings us to the aftermath and the preventive measures that can be taken to avoid such cybersecurity threats. Following the Heartbleed incident, organizations took immediate steps to patch their systems. A fixed version of OpenSSL was released on the same day as the public disclosure. However, it's noteworthy that many system administrators were slow to patch their systems. This delay resulted in the continued vulnerability of numerous devices, even years after the incident. The Heartbleed attack had far-reaching impacts on the affected organizations. Beyond the immediate financial costs, the attack damaged reputations and shook consumer trust. These long-term impacts highlight the importance of swift and effective response to such cybersecurity incidents. Could the organizations have done anything differently to prevent Heartbleed? Absolutely. Regular system updates and robust cybersecurity measures are crucial in preventing such incidents. In Heartbleed's case, the vulnerability lay in outdated versions of the OpenSSL cryptography library. A simple system update could have protected against this. Moreover, organizations need to prioritize cybersecurity and invest in robust measures. Implementing a secure coding practice, for instance, can help in identifying and fixing vulnerabilities during the development phase itself. Regular vulnerability assessments and penetration testing can also help in detecting potential threats and fixing them before they can be exploited. In conclusion, the Heartbleed incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of cybersecurity. It underscores the need for organizations to remain vigilant, regularly update their systems, and invest in strong security measures. In the face of cybersecurity threats like Heartbleed, vigilance, regular system updates, and robust security measures are our best defense. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative and interesting, do subscribe to our channel for more outstanding videos on cybersecurity, and stay safe in the digital world.